I'm not looking for men who like to watch videos and then scroll to the next one. I'm not looking for men who just wants a bit of fun. I'm not looking for men who just have nothing to do and just want to kill the time in between their coffee breaks. I'm not looking for men. I'm not looking for men who just want to pass the time. I'm not looking for men who have no vision. I'm not looking for men who have no ambition, no interest in life. I'm not interested in men who just exist for the heck of it. I'm not interested in men who are willing to just sit down and do nothing when their country is burning to hell. I'm not looking for men who just are content to letting someone else take the ropes of the destiny into their own hands. I'm not interested in men who like to watch others take control of their fate. I'm not interested in men who have no issues when the country is going to burn. I have no interest in men who will sit, do nothing, and just wish. This is the man I hate the most. The man who wish, the dreamer. I hate this man. The man who wishes. Every day he wishes for a change. Every day he wishes for something new. He wishes for a better day. He wishes that something is going to help him. He wishes that things will change, and he wishes our nation will become better. But what does he do? He never changes. He doesn't do anything. He sits down and he only wishes. He goes to work and all that's on his mind is his wish. He comes home in front of the TV sitting and watching on the couch, and all he wants to do is wish. Such man has no use. Such man cannot be part of a great movement, and such man cannot be interested and is not willing to do the sacrifices in this cruel and harsh world, and to bring a change into this world, to bring your vision and willpower into this world, to bring the changes in this world, to make the world a better place. Who hell said it's going to be easy? Nobody ever said it's going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of pains, and it's going to be knives. You're going to be walking on glass. All of us are going to be walking on glass. That's how it's going to be. Walking on glass. And this man who sits on the couch, this man who sits and watches the TV, this man who just wishes and wishes, this man who just watches YouTube all day, and this man who just wishes for a change. But when the change is calling him, and when the change needs his help, and when a group of men are out there fighting for a change, and they need every single support, every single man, no matter what he is, poor, old, young, child, student, job, businessman, whatever the profession he is, even if he's homeless, he needs every single support. When that group of men needs that support, he's sitting there and all he does is watch. That man is not what we want. We want men who's ready to walk on glass. We want men who see no greater purpose in their 70 years of existence on this green, beautiful earth given to us by Lord Shiva himself, and is willing to bring God's kingdom on earth, bring the kingdom of heaven here on earth, and the sacrifice and the cost to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth is walking on glass every single day and every single minute. It is facing the 10,000-foot wave when you're all alone, and when you see no one on your side. In fact, when you see your friends and you see your families standing behind you, laughing at you, calling you a fool, calling you stupid for what you're doing. But that is what you must do. I'm searching for those men, and we are searching for those men. We're searching for those men who put the nation first, who put this ancient culture, there's no word to describe how great our civilization is, to put our civilization first. The civilization that's standing for more than thousands of years. The civilization started long before Lord Krishna himself. The civilization of the Vedas, the civilization of the Puranas, the civilization of Lord Shiva himself, the civilization of Lord Vishnu, the civilization of Lord Ganesha, the civilization of Lord Kartikeya, the civilization who has hundreds of languages, the civilization with hundreds of cultures within it, but all together one, the Bharatiya civilization. I am looking for those men who will stand up and not see that our country goes to hell. We will not let that happen. We will not let our country go to hell. We are no ones. But we become somebody only when we are willing to challenge, and change the status. And that status is our country is not looking good now. Our country's future is looking bleak. Every single side, the east, north, west, and south, our country is surrounded by enemies, and our enemies are getting stronger and stronger, while we are getting more and more divided day by day due to internal politics, politicking of certain people in our nation. We stay divided. We do not look at the bigger picture. We do not see what's happening, and we keep forgetting that we are all part of one civilization, the Bharatiya civilization. And when I say Bharatiya civilization, I do not mean that we are going to override and crush every civilization. No. The Assamese civilization, the Assamese culture is just as important as the Mizoram culture, which is just as important as the Gujarat culture, which is just as important as the Tamilian culture, which is just as important as Magadhi culture. Every single culture, every single people matters in our nation. We need them all, and together we will stay strong, because united we stand, divided we fall. And there is no burden in our nation. We have no community which is a burden. We only have communities who we need to uplift, and we need to strengthen and bring back into the national fold, that are the people we need. But to do such a task of integrating the national community by unifying and extending the relationship of brotherhood to each and every single community, whichever religion, whichever language, whichever culture, whichever faith, whatever they are, and integrating them back into the great and ancient Bharatiya civilization. To achieve that goal, you're going to face the stiffest resistance in human history. And that is something I must be frank and open about with you all. What we are doing is not a small task. What we are doing is not child's play. What we want is not something as easy as going to the water filter in your office and filling a cup of coffee and coming back. It's not that easy. It's not easy to just sit at home and think, yes, I wish this happens. Because what we want to do, what we the common people, what we the nobodies, what we the powerless want to do, to bring our vision into reality, the resistance will never be greater, because I will guarantee you this, we will not find much greater resistance, because our resistance will come from every single part of the political spectrum: left, right, centrist, far right, extremist, socialist, secularist, religious, whatever it is, party, whichever party it may be. All of them will unite to stand, because we want to integrate the nation. We want to put all the communities of our nation, no matter how small they are, how forgotten they are, how backward they are, how politically weak they are, how culturally forgotten they are. We want to lift them up, and we want to bring them into the Bharatiya civilization fold. The fold in which no individual culture is squashed. In fact, every single culture will thrive within it. But they will oppose it, because if this is achieved, their cheap political tricks, their divide and rule strategy will fail. And that is what they fear the most. They will become a foot page in a history book. And they do not want to. They want to keep the power they have accumulated by keeping us divided, by preventing the goal of the national integration, of Bharat, of Jambudvipa, of Bharatavarsha. So they will invest all the resources into it. All the hundreds of crores of black money, all the political violence, all the gundagiri, all the censorship, all the strikes, all the filthy slandering, all the lies they put up on posters, all the bending of the law to suit their purposes, bending of the Indian constitution to suit their purposes, and twisting it in a way where the elites suppress the poor, and it is not the people's country but the elite's country. They will use every single trick in the book, no matter how low it is. So when I say that we will have to walk on glass, it is not an exaggeration. And because it's not an exaggeration, many are going to run away. Many are not willing to support the few men out there who want to bring a change, who want to bring about the national integration. So I ask you, those few men out there listening, you are not alone. In every single corner of our nation, there are men like us. The most remotest village of Jharkhand, there is a man like us. In the faraway islands of Nicobar and Andaman, there will be a man like us. In the mountain stations of Darjeeling, there will be a man like us. In the southeastern forests of Nagaland, there is a man like us. In the blistering desert of Rajasthan, there is a man like us. In the coast of the west, there are men like us. In the beach side of Orissa, there is a man like us. And in the frigid, cold climates of Kashmir, there is a man like us. We are everywhere, but we must all unite together to bring upon the demands that our leaders have failed to deliver to us, and who have kept on in every election lying to us, saying that they will bring it but never bring it. And by stopping those corrupt men who, when they win the election, is not a people who win the election, but they who win it and fill their pockets ever so deeper. I ask those men, in whichever corner they are of our nation, if you are listening to this, you are not alone. You never will be alone. That feeling that we are all alone is an illusion. I am with you. You are with me. We are with us. We are the people. And we will bring the change. And we will truly bring a better tomorrow. Us. And I know those men listening out there are brave men. Men of courage. Men of iron hearts. And men whose feet is made of steel. That those glass we'll have to walk on for our years will have no damage on us. So I want you to remember that you are not alone. And we are out there. And the only way we can truly change our nation and not be those type of people who just wish, the hopeless dreamers, those who just dream and die with the dream, who do nothing, who invest no time of their own, no effort of their own, but only wishes for a better tomorrow. I have no interest with you. We have no interest with you. You can stay out. You can do whatever you've been doing all these years, sitting and watching, sitting and doing no action, taking no effort, only wishing for a better tomorrow but not willing to put in the effort tomorrow. You go ahead and sit. You go ahead and watch. Or you can come, stand up for your rights, stand up for what has been taken from you, stand up for the better day that has been promised you but has not been given up, stand up for those lies that they have said and fight against it, stand up for your rights, stand up for your authority over the future, because we the people are the owners of our future. We control our fate ourselves. No one will control our fate but ourselves. The people's fate will be controlled by the people, and it will not be outsourced by some corrupt politicians who jump the party every 5 minutes. So I'm sending that message to those of you who have all been sitting and wishing that those times of waiting and wishing is over. It is time for you to stand up and join those men in the tiniest of corners, the most isolated and abandoned corners of our nation. Stay together and stand up for what has been taken away from you. Stand up for those dreams taken away from your child. Stand up for those days you want. Stand up for the vision you want. And we will prosper. For righteousness cannot help but always win in the end, no matter how slow and painful the journey is, and no matter how bleak and dark the tunnel is. Righteousness and truth and the people's will always prevail. For this is no game, but our future and our child's future. It is for the sake of God, and it is for the sake of righteousness, and it is for the sake of justice.